Hey, my name is Barry. Welcome to the channel. I'm a retired electrician. After 40 years, I took up quilting as a hobby in retirement. The last time we did a 4-patch, and then we took the 4-patch and we turned it into a disappearing 4-patch. That was the first one I've ever done, which I thought that was pretty neat. But today we are going to do a 9-patch. So we're going to take this 9-patch, and if we are good, we're going to turn that in magic trick into a disappearing 9-patch, which I found out from research. There are so many ways to format and turn this disappearing 9-patch that you can make several designs, but we're going to make this one today, which has sort of like rows, and I sort of like that. And what I try to do is I'm trying to keep with one common fabric, and the rest of these are a charm pack. So I've got this one fabric here that I've been using as my little 2-inch squares, and then the charm pack is the one that's making up the rest of it. I don't know how many we're going to be able to make out of this, but we're going to try to make it today. Let me put these over here out of the way. And let's see, we'll lay out our charm pack. So our 9-patch is 9 squares, and these are 5-inch squares from the charm pack. There's our center one. There we go. So these are really pretty straightforward to do. What you're basically going to do is sew this row, then this row, and then this row, and then we'll sew them all together. So bear with me here as we get going. I hope you noticed that I may be sitting up a little bit higher than usual because I got a new chair, and I'm really liking it. It's got good back support, so we'll see how this does. And let's see, I'm gonna chain piece today. Can you believe it? I've not really been good at it, but I'm going to try to do some chain piecing a little bit today. These are fairly fast to do, so you know, if you've been missing me, this is right in the middle of summer, and I've been working on my kitchen. I'm trying desperately to get my kitchen done. Right now I tore all the subfloor up, so in my kitchen is a big old hole in the middle of the floor. So that's been taking sort of my precedent, but I'm going to get back here to start making more videos here. But today we're going to do this 9-patch. It seems to be a popular one to do. I've never made these before, so you're right here with me as I make them. Huh? So we got these made so far. Let's see, let's turn them the right way. And now we're just going to add the third one to each one of the rows here. And watch it when you flip these and make sure you got them headed the right direction. Ask me how I know. And if you've ever want to ask me, I love sewing on this featherweight. It has its uses. It has its days where it's really nice to sew on, and then there's days where I still like to get my juki out, especially if I'm doing long sashings on a quilt. I like my juki for that, but this is getting better to do every day. I like how it's right here up close. The stitch quality is really good, and I like the way it sounds. I like the way it stitches. Of course, any machine that will give you a 1/4 inch stitch is a good machine. Let's get his side here. I'm still new to this, so don't yell at me too much for the way I clip these, because that's the one thing that my Juki has, is the automatic thread cutter. So what we're going to do, we'll press these real fast. And I'm going to show you my new clappers that I got. So let's get the oven started. The oven. Let's get the iron started. Is it going? We'll get this thing going. So how you doing? Hope everything's going good with you guys. We need a good dad joke. I had one here. I'll have to look another one up here for us. And what else is new? Got the new chair, got some new clappers in, and I think our iron's ready. Look at these clappers, boy. They are nice, they're big. I didn't know these were gonna be so big. They say you could clap them, that's how they got the name. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's sort of fun. Let's see, so we're gonna do this disappearing 9 patch. And like I said, I'm not real for sure how big a quilt I can make out of one charm pack, but we're gonna see. It might end up being a throw or a baby blanket. I don't know if this is gonna really work out for a baby blanket, but we might be able to make a throw out of it. I don't know. Yep. And you can push these seams, or press these seams open or to one side. It's all your preference. I'm trying to learn to press open. And I found out another little trick when you press open to set your stitch count a little bit higher. That seems to be a key. Because my only problem that I've noticed with pressing open is that sometimes on the very end it wants to come undone. So they tell me that if you up your stitch count a little bit, stitch per inch, it helps it. But we're going to try today. We're going to do it open. All right, now that we got these sewn together this way, let's see how we're doing here. These look to be fairly good, so we're just going to sew these together right like this. And I got some new pins. I got these, the other ones were clover, and they didn't have these little ends, but I got these. These are by Taylor Seville, and they seem to be, let's go this way. We'll just go this way. Taylor Seville has this little thing on here which makes it easier for me to grasp. And we're just gonna, I'm taking Lori Holt's advice. I'm not doing them all the way. I'm just sticking them in here. Right there. Let's see if that works. This is the first time I'm trying this with these. I noticed these Taylor Seville seem to be a little bit thicker than the clover ones. But the good part is, the bad part is I just ran out of bobbin. So give me a second. Bobbin replacement time. Ta-da! These aren't too hard to replace. I just hate it when you don't know that you're running out. All right, let's try this again. Try it again. We get better the second time, don't we? Are we stitching? I think we are. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll wait and we'll press this other one when we get this all done. Boom, I love those points. Points looking great. That's the one thing I like about these pins is they seem to really get me good points. And I'm sure that if you have the regular pins, that'll work too, but I'm trying to learn how to do these. Let's stick it in there a little further. All right. So if you've never made a 9-patch, you could do this, follow along right here and be done. But like I said, doing the disappearing 9-patch is an easy way to just up the game on your sewing with creating really nice designs with minimal effort. Let me get these here. And somebody said, why do you push these in a pin cushion? I did, because you said to do it. I did. I got my pin cushion here. Boom. So how do we do here? Well, I like it. Now these I'm going to sew to one side. So we'll keep sewing these. Oops. We'll keep sewing these to one side. I really could sew it like that way. There you go. Now, as soon as we get this pressed, that's when the magic happens of the disappearing 9 patch. I wonder why they call it that, just because it changes. I thought it was some kind of optical illusion thing or something when I first heard about it, but we'll see. Come on. I would normally leave that on there a little bit longer, but for your time, I'll do it fast. Okay. We'll call it good. Let's shut this iron off temporarily. Now, unlike that other one where we did it like an inch in, these we're going to go right down the middle. Right down the middle. And I've got my larger... Oh, and this chair, whew, it rolls really nice. So we want to go 2 1/4, since these are 5-inch squares. Let's make sure we're on the right. Here we are. 2 1/4 is where we want to be. Let's see, 1 1/2, 2 1/2. I'm going to turn it this way. Sorry for my confusion. It's easier for me to decipher. Right there. That's 1, 2 1/4. That's where we want to be. Since this is 5-inch charm packs with our seam allowances that we used up, we need to be at 2 1/4. We go that way. And I should have used my rotating mat, but I didn't. I'll just try to make sure we got it there. Do I like that? I think so. Now let's see what we got here. So now we've got 4 pieces. 4 pieces, and here's where the magic comes in. All we got to do is turn this like that one, and turn this one like such, and boom, that turns into a whole new block. So now we'll just sew this one together, these, and we are done. That fast. We're done if we do that. But stick with me here, because we're gonna do a dad joke here in a minute, as soon as I get to looking one up. And just a reminder, we still got the charity quilts going. I'm gonna hopefully have one of those, the next one done here within the next week and up for auction. So stick around for that. We got 4 more of those to do. which is awesome. So we got things to do. Like I said, I've sort of taken some days off this summer, just working on the house, traveling, making memories, you know, how we are all about making memories here. Let's see. Let's see what we look like here. Is that the way we had it? I think so. Let me get the iron on here. We're done with this. Like I said, if we're doing a whole bunch of them, we could just set up a assembly line here, but I just wanted to show you this today, so I thought we'd do one. I've already done a couple. I haven't really found a good use for this roller except for doing this right here just to help get it open long enough till I can get my iron in here. And that seems to be working with me on the pressing. If I press the first one direction open and the other direction I press to the side, I seem to get better results. Like I said, if you weren't here, I'd leave those clappers on for a little bit longer, but your time is valuable. I don't want to keep you here all day. I do want to keep you here all day. I know you don't want to be here all day. But we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. I'm going to quit making promises. Well, like I said, we're doing the charity quilts. That is a promise. But things change, you know? So I don't want to ever promise you things that I know that it could change. But I can tell you this. I plan on doing a lot of more videos coming up. So we were like this, I think. How were we? We'll see. Maybe that one was like that. And that was like that. Yeah, now we'll go together. So where's our pins at? The good thing about this too, look at this. These don't nest here, so you don't got to worry about nesting any of the seams except for right here, this right in the center. So if you can nest that seam correctly, that's another beautiful thing about this block, is that your points are pretty good. If you can just get this one right here, you are good to go. All right, here it comes. Make sure we're even there. And cross your fingers here. Let's look. Oh, let me cut this one. Our disappearing 9 patch. There you go. Let's iron this. Let's iron this. We'll iron this way. Don't let me forget the dad joke. We got to look it up. I think I had one. It was like, why did the ghost quit using starch in his sheets? Because he was scared stiff. That wasn't the one. That wasn't the one, but that was one I know. That was a corny one. I need to practice my ironing more. So forgive me. Don't yell at me too much. But anyways, there you go. That's the disappearing 9-patch. So let's see if we got some more here. So when we add one more, it's just going to be a but down here, it's going to be a continuous, and then we'll have one here, one there. Awesome. So let's take a gander. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet. If you promise not to leave yet, I'll tell you too. Okay, these are random here from the official John Wayne Big Book of Dad Jokes. All right. Why do parachutes have a perfect operational record? If one doesn't work, you never hear the user complain. Let's find something else. Why was the miner depressed? He couldn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. That's all right. What key was the piano in when it fell down the mine shaft? A flat minor. That's a musical reference. Okay, here's another miner joke. Why did the miner quit his job? Most of it was boring. All right, there you go. Like I said, if you've never done it, like, comment, subscribe. It's free. I hope you enjoy coming to visit. I enjoy making these. Like I said, if it wasn't for me doing the kitchen remodel and going on trips and making memories, we'd be doing more videos, but they're coming. But that's what I want you to do. Go out, call a friend, call a neighbor, tell them say hi. Go out and make some memories, and I will see you later. Bye.